The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power star Sofia Namvit reveals why Disa doesn't have a beard in Amazon's Prime Video adaptation. Premiered September 1 on Prime Video, The Rings of Power reintroduces audiences to the vast world of Middle-earth during the Second Age, thousands of years before the events of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. The new series is from showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, who developed Rings of Power from J.R.R. Tolkien's seminal fantasy novel and appendices. Though Amazon's adaptation features an enormous ensemble cast, The Rings of Power is led mainly by Morfydd Clark as Galadriel and Robert Aramayo as Elrond, two elven characters well known from Peter Jackson's movies. Returning to Middle-earth thousands of years prior, Rings of Power introduces plenty of new Harfoots, humans, and dwarves. One of the standouts so far has been Disa, Durin IV's wife and the stone-singing princess of Khazad-dûm introduced in episode 2. However, Middle-earth's first female dwarf hasn't come without controversy and questions about the character's depiction. During an interview with Total Film, via Games Radar, Namvit answered one question on every Lord of the Rings fan's mind: where is Disa's beard? The Rings of Power star reveals that full beards were discussed as a possibility for the show's female dwarves, though they ultimately opted for more elegant facial hair. Read what Namvit shared below. The expectation amongst fans that Rings of Power's female dwarves would have beards stems from a famous interaction from the Two Towers film adaptation, when Gimli states that dwarf women are often mistaken for men because of their similar appearances, to which Aragorn interjects, "It's the beards." Tolkien never explicitly said that female dwarves have beards, though he did write in the Lord of the Rings appendices that the two sexes look so similar that other peoples cannot tell them apart, which would imply that dwarf women have beards, as all the men do. Ultimately, Rings of Power chose not to give its female dwarves full beards and, in Disa's case, opted for some sideburns and a scattering of facial fuzz around her jawline. While many are taking issue with Ring of Power's deviation from its source material and have resorted to review bombing, in this specific instance, the show manages to pay homage to Tolkien's work while still maintaining the creative freedom to make certain adjustments as they see fit. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power continues with new episodes on Prime Video every Friday. Source: Total Film, via Games Radar.